before you took your first breath, before the world placed its name upon you, before the hands of time etched a single wrinkle upon your brow, there was a choice, not one made in fear, not one forged in accident or chance, but a choice crafted in the eternal stillness of divine intention. Your soul chose this journey, not by mistake, not by punishment, but by love. You see, the soul is not bound by what you think you are. It is not trapped by the story of your name, your past, your trauma, or even your triumphs. It does not concern itself with titles, with wealth, with failures. It is only concerned with expansion, with remembering. And this life, yes, this exact one you are living right now was chosen so that you might remember what you are. Because somewhere along the way, as you entered this world of form, this realm of contrast and opposites, this dance of duality, you began to forget. You began to believe that you were separate. You began to believe you were incomplete. You began to believe that love must be earned, that peace must be searched for, that worth is given by others. And yet, all the while, your soul remained untouched, unscarred, undivided, whispering from within. You are already what you seek. But life is noisy, isn't it? The world loves to shout. It shouts expectations. It shouts judgment. It shouts fear disguised as logic and scarcity dressed as ambition. And in all that shouting, we forget to listen to the quiet wisdom within. Yet even in your forgetting, there is beauty. Even in your wounds, there is a holy invitation. For every heartbreak is not a punishment, it is a portal. Every betrayal is not a dead end, it is a redirection. Every loss you have endured was not to break you, but to shake you awake. Because what if, just what if, the very things you wished you could erase were the same things your soul said yes to? You may not remember it now, but the soul is timeless. It does not flinch at adversity, for it understands the sacred architecture of challenge. It knows that growth never comes from comfort, that peace is not the absence of problems, but the presence of purpose. Your soul did not come here to win the world's approval. It came to realize it never needed it. It came to feel what it is like to fall, so it could remember how to rise. To be buried in confusion so it could rediscover clarity from within, to walk through fear only to emerge as love. That is why you are here. And so if you're feeling lost, know this: the map is not out there. It has always been written on the inside of your being. When you cry, not the surface cry, but that deep, silent ache of the soul, it is not a sign of weakness. It is your soul reminding you of the truth it refuses to forget. You are not what happened to you. You are not your anxiety. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are the awareness of them. You are the one who can observe them, heal them, and transcend them. You are the space between the inhale and the exhale. You are the stillness that watches the storm, not the storm itself. And you don't need to be fixed. You only need to remember that before your feet ever touched this earth, your soul said, yes, let me go there. Let me forget so I can truly remember. Let me fall so I can rise in truth. Let me walk blind so I may open the eyes of my spirit. Let me suffer, not as punishment, but as preparation. Because pain, when embraced consciously, becomes a portal to power. So let us stop asking, why me? And start asking, what now? Let us stop resenting our path and instead bless it. For without the night, you'd never know the stars. Without the silence, you'd never hear the whisper. And without the contrast, you'd never feel the profound pull back home. The ego will resist this message. It will tell you that you are just a body, just a mind, just a history. It will scream, you must control, you must protect, you must fight to survive. But your soul has no interest in survival. Your soul came to awaken to its infinite nature, to dissolve the illusion of separateness, to bring light where others only see shadows. So the next time you doubt the road you're on, the next time you fall into the despair of not enough, pause, breathe, place your hand on your heart, and say to yourself, not with your mind, but with your being, I chose this. I chose this because I knew I could learn from it. I chose this because I knew I could transmute it. I chose this because my soul is not here to play small. It is here to remember the vastness of what I am. And when you say it enough, not as a mantra of hope, but as a knowing of truth, you will feel the shift. The veil begins to lift. The fog begins to clear. And you return, not to some new version of yourself, but to the eternal self you've always been. You didn't come here to become something. You came here to unbecome everything you are not, to shed every false identity, every inherited limitation, every programmed belief until only the light remains, the light of your presence, the light of your love, the light of your soul. Because when all is stripped away, the roles, the wounds, the noise, what's left is the only truth that ever mattered. You are divine, not because you do, not because you succeed, not because others say you are, but because you are, and that beloved soul is enough. You are enough. You have always been enough. You will always be enough. So walk gently now, not with the rush of the world, but with the grace of one who knows they are held by something greater. Let the earth feel your presence. Let your breath be a prayer. Let your life be your offering. And when the storms return, for they always do not curse the sky. Stand still. Lift your eyes. Smile at the thunder and whisper to the heavens, I remember why I came, because your soul chose this journey, and it chose well. And so, if you are here now listening, breathing, feeling something stir within you, it is not coincidence. There are no coincidences in a universe governed by intention. Everything is choreography, divinely guided by a wisdom far greater than logic can hold. This moment, yes, this very one was written into the fabric of your experience before time began ticking in your name. You may think you stumbled upon these words, but in truth, they have been reaching for you since the first flicker of light entered your being. The same way the ocean longs for the shore, truth longs for remembrance in you. Not in the noise, not in the striving, not in the proving, but in the quiet, still spaces. That is where the soul speaks. That is where your true self rises. Not with volume, but with vibration. And here's the beautiful irony. The more you try to find it out there, the more it hides. Like a dream that vanishes when you chase it too hard. But when you sit, not to force, but to allow, not to demand, but to surrender, truth begins to unfold like petals to the Sunday. Softly, naturally, not because you earned it, but because you finally stopped resisting it. We live in a culture that teaches us to conquer. Conquer time, conquer others, conquer fear, conquer the self. But the soul has no need to conquer. It only wants to harmonize. To return to the music, it has always known the melody of oneness. There is nothing to control here. Control is the song of the ego. Freedom is the song of the soul. You are not here to strive for what already belongs to you. You are here to wake up to it. And in that awakening, there is no rush. There is no clock ticking behind your purpose. There is no age at which it becomes too late. Spiritual timing does not obey man-made deadlines. What is meant for you cannot be taken, only delayed by your own forgetting. But even the delay serves you. Even the wandering is part of the walk. Do not curse the detour. Do not shame the slowness. Sometimes the detour is the destination in disguise, because it is there in the meandering that the false layers fall away. It is there you begin to shed what is not yours, the guilt, the fear, the generational echoes of unworthiness. Also that when you do arrive fully, consciously, joyfully, you arrive not as the world told you to be, but as the presence you were always meant to embody. Still, whole, radiant. When you stop trying to get somewhere, you finally arrive. And there, in that arrival, you meet your own soul. Not as a distant mystery, but as your most intimate truth. It has never judged you. Not once. It has witnessed your grief and never turned away. It has sat with your shame and only offered love. It has seen the times you felt broken and whispered, you are not broken, you are breaking open. This is the divine paradox. The moment you let go of trying to be more, you realize you were never less. The light does not ask the darkness for permission to shine. And you are that light, a reflection of source, filtered through this human experience. You are not the wounds, you are the awareness that holds them. And the moment you stop trying to become, you begin to remember. You remember that your soul chose to come here not to chase, not to prove, but to remember its own radiance amidst the illusion of separation. You came here to walk through the fire and not be consumed by it, but to rise from it, glowing. You came here to learn that love was never something you needed to earn. It is what you are. It is the current that flows beneath every heartbeat, every breath, every act of compassion, no matter how small. And when you understand this truly, not intellectually, but at the marrow of your being, you stop looking for validation and you start offering presence. You stop trying to be heard and you start listening. You stop trying to be powerful and you start realizing you were always power itself. Gentle, sacred, immeasurable. This is not about changing the world through force. It's about remembering who you are so deeply that your very presence becomes the invitation for others to do the same. No preaching, no pushing, just being, just loving, just shining. And as you begin to live from that space, not the mind's agenda, but the soul's awareness, you will notice something miraculous. You stop needing answers because you begin to trust the questions. You stop fearing the unknown because you realize it's not empty, it's alive with potential. It's where the soul plays, where grace moves, where destiny dances. The ego wants control. The soul wants communion. The ego says, I know how it should go. The soul says, I trust where it's going. The ego fears the fall. The soul knows that falling is how we learn to fly. So let go, not in defeat, but in sacred agreement with what island. Let go of the illusion that you must suffer to be worthy. Let go of the belief that joy is something distant, reserved for later. Let go of the pressure to carry it all. You were never meant to carry the whole world on your shoulders, just to carry the truth of who you are within you, and let that truth ripple outward in every word, every step, every breath. You came here to be, and being in its purest form is enough, and from that being, everything else flows. Love, compassion, clarity, purpose, peace. Not from striving, but from surrender. Not from effort, but from alignment. And when you align with that sacred truth, when you stand in your divine remembrance, life does not get easier, but it gets truer. It gets deeper. It gets infused with meaning. Because you are no longer walking as a seeker, but as a soul who remembers why it came. Your soul chose this journey, and it did so with unwavering faith in who you are becoming. There is something sacred about the soul's decision to enter form to become matter, to leave the boundlessness of pure light and squeeze itself into the skin of a name, a gender, a family, a culture, a history, and not just any history, your history, because even that was not random. Even that was not a mistake. Your soul did not take a wrong turn. It did not land in the wrong body or the wrong place or the wrong era. It chose the exact conditions that would shape the lessons you came here to live through. Yes, to live through, not merely learn about, because the soul doesn't evolve by theory. It expands through experience. And so, some experiences were written not for pleasure, but for purpose. Some relationships were not meant to last, but to awaken. Some seasons were not meant to bring comfort, but clarity. There is a strange kind of love in the pain that opens your heart wider than joy ever could. And your soul knew that. It knew that being broken open is sometimes the only way the light gets in. That betrayal would teach boundaries. That loss would teach presence. That silence would teach you how to hear the voice within again. And even now, in the moments where your knees have kissed the floor and your tears have salted the earth, even then you were not abandoned. You were being returned. Not returned to the past, not returned to an old identity, but returned to your essence, because your essence has never been wounded. It has only waited patiently, lovingly for you to come home. And home is not a place. It is a remembrance. It is the moment when you stop seeking for the divine in the sky and begin feeling it in your breath and your heartbeat and your being. You are not a guest in this universe. You are a thread in its fabric. You are not a mistake trying to be corrected. You are a miracle remembering itself. And no matter what you've been told by voices outside or voices within, there is nothing missing from you. You are not a puzzle waiting for pieces. You are the entire sky, simply learning how to stop mistaking yourself for the passing clouds. This is not to say life will always be easy, but it will be meaningful. It will be holy. It will be alive. Because when you live from the soul, even your tears become sacred. Even your solitude becomes full. Even your doubts become teachers. And so the next time the world grows loud, when the noise tries to convince you that you are not enough, that you must hustle for your worth, that you must hide your softness to be strong, pause it and remember, the oak tree does not compete with the stars. The ocean does not apologize for its depth, and your soul does not need permission to shine. Let the world think what it thinks. Let the ego wrestle if it must. But you stay rooted in your truth. And your truth is this: you are not here to chase love. You are here to be it. You are not here to perform for the world. You are here to embody your essence so fully that the performance dissolves and presence takes its place. You are not here to prove your divinity. You are here to live it. And if that means walking away from the noise, do it. If it means spending seasons alone in your own becoming, trust it. If it means breaking down so you can rise more whole, honor it. There is no timeline for awakening, no straight path for the soul's unfolding. The caterpillar doesn't rush the cocoon, and you need not rush your rebirth. Your soul is not in a hurry. It is in alignment, and alignment does not always feel like bliss. Sometimes it feels like letting go of the life you thought you should live so you can finally live the one your soul chose. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time for your own transformation. Because every breath is a new invitation to return to peace, to return to grace, to return to yourself. Not the self the world taught you to be, but the self that was here before the world had a say. And the beautiful truth is this: every return is celebrated. The universe never says, "Where have you been?" It simply says, "Welcome home." And home, true home, is where you live without shame, where you walk without pretending, where you love without needing, where you remember that nothing outside of you can complete what was already whole to begin with. You are already whole. You are already home. You are already divine. And your soul-wise, infinite, brave, chose this journey so that one day you would remember that. So many people live their lives asleep, not because they are weak, but because they are afraid to wake up to a truth too vast for the ego to contain. They were taught to find safety in repetition, comfort in conformity, but the soul is not interested in comfort, it's interested in freedom. And freedom does not come from avoiding the pain, it comes from walking through it with your heart wide open. There will be moments, perhaps even now, where the ground beneath you feels uncertain, where the future dissolves into mist, and all the things you leaned on fall away. Do not fear this falling. Do not resist this emptiness. It is not the end. It is a sacred space between who you were and who you are becoming. It is the pause before the bloom. It is the grace before the glory. When you stop trying to fill the emptiness with distraction or achievement or approval, you begin to feel the vastness of who you truly are. Not a void, but a vessel. Not hollow, but holy. The soul thrives in surrender. It expands in the silence. It rejoices not when you arrive somewhere, but when you remember you were never lost. You don't have to fight anymore. Not with yourself, not with your past, not with the world. You spend enough time at war. Now is the time to return to peace. Peace is not something you find. It's something you allow. It's not in the next goal or the next person or the next version of yourself. It's here, now, in the stillness between your thoughts, in the breath you are taking in this very moment. Can you feel it? Beneath the story, beneath the ache, beneath the identity, there is a presence, a quiet knowing, an unshakable calm that has witnessed every high and every low and remained unchanged. That is your soul. That is who you are when all else is stripped away. And it is from that place that true power flows, not the power that controls, but the power that creates. You are a creator. You are not here to replicate someone else's path. You are here to walk your own one, shaped by intention, by awareness, by courage. You are here to turn your scars into symbols of strength, to turn your doubts into doorways, to turn your breakdowns into blessings, not because you must, but because your soul knows how. It remembers how to alchemize darkness into depth and pain into presence. You don't need to fix your life. You need to align with the truth that your life is always unfolding for you, never to you. Every heartbreak taught you about boundaries. Every ending reminded you of your beginnings. Every lonely night carved space for sacred solitude. And one day, perhaps not far from now, you will look back and smile, not because it was easy, but because you finally understand why it was necessary. The fire didn't destroy you. It forged you. The detour didn't delay your destiny. It prepared you for it. So trust it all. Trust the mess. Trust the mystery. Trust the moments that make no sense to the mind but stir something ancient in your heart. Because that stirring, that is your soul. That is the divine compass guiding you home. Not to where you once were, but to who you've always been. And when you get there, not as a future destination, but as a state of being, you will realize that the whole journey was never about becoming anything. It was about unbecoming everything that was never truly you. The fear, the guilt, the smallness, the masks, the proving, the pleasing, all of it peeled away until only light remains. Your light, your truth, your essence, and you won't need applause. You won't need permission. You won't need validation, because the soul never needed the world's approval, only your own. You are free. You've always been free. You just forgot. But now you remember. There is a moment in every soul's journey when the outer noise becomes unbearable, not because the world has grown louder, but because your spirit has grown still enough to finally hear it, to finally feel the dissonance between the life you were conditioned to live and the life you came here to embody. That discomfort you feel, it is not a sign of failure. It is the soul stretching, expanding, breaking through the shell of illusion. It is the sacred rebellion of your spirit saying, I did not come here to play small. And it is in that moment, when the life you've built no longer fits the truth, you're remembering that the real work begins. Not the work of striving, but the work of stripping away the expectations, stripping away the false identities, stripping away the stories that were never yours to carry. You don't need to add more. You need to let go. Let go of the need to explain yourself. Let go of the need to be understood by those who cannot see your soul. Let go of the need to force what is naturally unfolding. What is meant for you cannot pass you, and what passes you is never meant to stay. You are not losing anything essential. You are being liberated from everything that kept you from seeing what was essential all along. This is the sacred shedding, the holy unraveling. And yes, it may feel like chaos. Yes, it may feel like death, because in many ways it island the death of the mask, the death of the performance, the death of the conditioned self. But death in the realm of the soul is not the end. It is the doorway. It is the threshold to rebirth. And on the other side of that threshold, you don't find a new identity. You find presence, a presence so deep, so alive, so undeniable, that you no longer need to seek anything outside of you, because you've come home to yourself. And in that home, you are safe. Not because the world is safe, but because you no longer need it to be in order to feel whole. You have become the sanctuary. You have become the place where fear dissolves, where shame evaporates, where the inner child is welcomed back with open arms and whispered to, you were never too much, you were always enough. This is the medicine your soul came to remember, that you were never broken, that your wounds were not evidence of your weakness, but the sacred cracks through which light enters. And the more lights you allow in, the more truth you begin to see. You see that forgiveness is not about forgetting, it's about releasing yourself from the prison of resentment. You see that compassion is not a performance, it's a power. You see that letting go is not giving up, it's giving in to the greater wisdom that lives within you. And oh, how wise you are. Beneath the doubt, beneath the noise, beneath the conditioning, there is an ancient wisdom inside of you that remembers who you were before the world taught you who to be. And that wisdom, it's not something you have to earn. It's something you already are. It's why you feel that pull toward stillness, toward truth, toward something more real than the surface of things. Because the surface can only offer so much. It feeds the mind, but it starves the soul. And your soul is hungry for meaning. It wants depth, not distraction. It wants connection, not performance. It wants love, not for what you do, but for what you are. And what you are is beyond words, beyond roles, beyond image. You are the breath of the universe. You are the heartbeat of divine intelligence. You are a walking prayer, a living expression of Source itself. So why dim that light? Why doubt that truth? Why delay the joy of being exactly who you are? The world needs your presence more than your perfection. It needs your essence more than your effort. It needs your light more than your labor. You don't have to change the world. You only need to remember your place within it. And from that remembering, you become the change. Not through force, but through frequency. The frequency of truth, the frequency of presence, the frequency of love. And love, real love, begins with you. Not the kind you chase, not the kind you barter for, but the kind you extend inward until it overflows and touches everything around you. This is how the soul heals the world, by healing itself first, quietly, gently, powerfully. Chatsiviti Ranoi, then let us bring this home not to an end, but to a sacred stillness. Let the words slow into breath. Let the breath soften into knowing. Your soul chose this journey, and it chose you. Not for the life you would build, not for the trophies you would collect, but for the depth you would embody, the love you would awaken, and the truth you would remember even after forgetting. And now, you remember. You remember that your worth was never up for negotiation. You remember that your pain was never in vain. You remember that every detour, every heartbreak, every silent night was stitched with the golden thread of divine timing. You remember that you are not separate from God. You are a note in God's eternal song, vibrating in harmony with all that island. You remember that your spirit is not broken, only buried. And now, piece by piece, truth by truth, breath by breath, you are unearthing yourself. And in that unearthing, you begin to see with new eyes. You look at your past, and instead of shame, you see strength. You look at your wounds, and instead of pain, you see passage. You look in the mirror, and instead of critique, you see divinity staring back. There is no need to rush anymore. No need to grasp. No need to explain your awakening to those who cannot yet hear the language of the soul. You simply walk, not ahead of others, not behind, but fully in your own presence. And in doing so, you become the light that shows others the way to themselves. No sermon, no doctrini, just a gentle echo of truth carried in the vibration of your being. You become the open sky, the still water, the quiet mountain. You become the permission others never received. To feel deeply, to love honestly, to live freely. And when the world tries to pull you back into the noise, as it surely will, you return to the sanctuary within, the place where the soul first whispered, "You chose this," and now you respond with your whole being, "And I choose it still." You choose the joy that doesn't need a reason. You choose the path that doesn't always make sense, but always feels true. You choose to walk by the light of inner wisdom, not the shadow of outer approval. You choose to see this life not as a test, but as a treasure, not a trap, but a temple. And with that choice, you shift, not into someone new, but into someone real. You have returned to the breath, to the stillness, to the knowing that has waited patiently for you all along. And from this space, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to fix or force or chase. You simply be. And that being, that holy, grounded, radiant being, that is enough. Enough to heal, enough to lead, enough to rise. Because now you are not led by fear. You are moved by presence. Now, you are not trying to escape your past. You are using it as the fertile soil from which your truth grows. Now, you are no longer just surviving this life. You are embodying it, honoring it, blessing it with the full awakened presence of your soul. You are home, not in a place, but in a presence. And no matter where the road bends next, no matter how long the night or how wild the storm, you will carry this truth within you. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are guided. You are loved. You are divine. You are the soul choosing this journey again and again. And finally, consciously, let every step now be a prayer. Let every breath be a remembering. Let every moment be an altar where the sacred meets the seen. And let the final whisper of this unfolding truth settle softly into your heart. You are not here by accident. You are here on purpose. And your soul wise, beyond this world, chose this journey so you could one day awaken and say, I see now, I remember, and I am ready to live as the truth I already am. Amen. And welcome home. You are not here by chance. This moment, precisely this one, is the universe's gentle whisper reaching through the endless tapestry of time to remind you your presence is sacred, purposeful, and absolutely necessary. Everything around you, everything within you, pulses with a singular cosmic rhythm, a symphony of universal truth echoing throughout eternity. You, dear soul, are the manifestation of infinite possibility, the realization of divine potential wrapped gently in human form. Pause and breathe deeply now. Feel this truth settle into your bones. Feel it resonate within your heartbeat as I share with you this simple yet profound wisdom. You are not here by accident. You were called into existence by the same intelligence that painted galaxies into the velvet canvas of space, that whispered life into the petals of the rose and ignited stars from particles of dust. Your very existence is a deliberate act, not a random occurrence. The universe dreamed of you long before your first breath was taken. Look around your life, your environment, your experiences. They are not mere circumstances. They are the language through which the universe speaks directly to your soul. Every relationship, every encounter, every moment, whether bathed in joy or shaded in challenge, is a conversation with the divine. It's a dialogue intended to awaken your inner knowing, to stir your heart, to remember who you truly are, a spark of infinite consciousness having a temporary human experience. Consider for a moment the story of your arrival. Your presence on this earth was orchestrated by countless events, each delicately woven, each thread of experience intersecting in perfect harmony. Your being here today means you are essential. Your soul's calling is as integral to the universe's unfolding as the orbit of the planets or the songbird's morning melody. You, with your unique combination of talents, passions, dreams, and even your perceived limitations, are precisely what the world needs. This truth is your birthright. Claim it fully. Release any illusion that you are small or insignificant. You are as grand as the universe itself because you are not separate from it. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. Every atom in your body once danced in distant stars, and every cell is a living testament to the magic of creation. Within you lies the power to change worlds, the power to heal, to forgive, to love fiercely, and to manifest dreams that ripple outward, touching countless lives. If ever you find yourself doubting your worth, remind yourself that your very existence defies astronomical odds. You are stardust shaped by divine hands. You are eternity woven into the fabric of now. Every breath you take is a sacred affirmation of the universe's trust in you. You are entrusted with a precious gift, the unfolding of consciousness itself. Honor this gift. Live consciously, love unconditionally, and trust profoundly that the universe will guide you where you must go. Yet, so often we forget this. We allow the world's noise to drown out the quiet, powerful voice of our soul. We become lost in confusion, fear, doubt, and illusion. We begin believing we are separate from the source of all creation, separate from each other, and separate from our own truth. But understand this deeply: separation is an illusion. You are never alone, never forgotten, never abandoned. You are cradled eternally in the loving embrace of the universe itself, and when you return your awareness to this reality, everything changes. Awaken now to your spiritual identity. Beneath your name, your titles, your achievements, your mistakes, beneath all of these transient layers is the luminous, eternal, wise soul, forever connected to the divine tapestry of life. The soul always knows. It knows your true nature, your highest purpose, and your deepest desires. Listen carefully. Quiet the mind and let your soul speak clearly, for its voice will always guide you back to wholeness, back to truth. Your life becomes a beautiful unfolding when you align yourself with this universal knowing. Everything shifts when you release the heavy chains of ego, judgment, and resentment, when you recognize that forgiveness is the path to ultimate freedom. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is the highest expression of strength and the purest form of love. It unshackles your soul, setting you free to soar. When you forgive, you reclaim your divine power and realign yourself with the vibration of love. As you align more deeply with love and release your attachments to past wounds, something miraculous happens. Your life begins to resonate with effortless ease. Abundance flows freely, relationships deepen, and peace becomes your natural state. Life unfolds as a beautiful melody rather than a chaotic noise because you are now in harmony with universal intelligence. This intelligence, dear soul, lives within you. It patiently awaits your acknowledgement. It gently guides you, whispers softly in your heart, and moves through your intuition. It speaks in signs, synchronicities, feelings, and inspirations. To hear clearly, you must quiet the ego's incessant chatter, let go of fears, and trust deeply that you are guided and loved unconditionally. Trust that your highest good is always unfolding. Know this profoundly: you are enough, just as you are. This very moment holds everything you need to experience joy, peace, and purpose. Let go of the striving, the struggle to be someone other than who you are. Allow yourself to rest fully in the powerful, gentle embrace of self-acceptance. From this place of inner stillness, all wisdom arises and all transformations begin. Change your thoughts and your entire life will follow. Your thoughts are powerful creators shaping your reality moment by moment. They are not idle. They are vibrant, active energies that echo throughout your life and beyond. Choose thoughts of love, abundance, gratitude, and joy. Choose thoughts aligned with your highest self and watch in awe as your reality shifts profoundly. Your outer world becomes a reflection of your inner harmony. You see, your existence is the universe becoming conscious of itself through you. Your life is the cosmos exploring, creating, loving, and expressing itself uniquely through your essence. How miraculous this is, how beautifully empowering. The universe delights in experiencing life through your senses, emotions, thoughts, and actions. Embrace this responsibility and honor it with love, intention, and clarity. Every step forward, every challenge you face, every moment of joy and sorrow is part of your soul's sacred curriculum. Do not resist the lessons presented. They arrive to shape you, to grow you, and to reveal the depth of your spirit. Every difficulty you encounter is an invitation into greater wisdom, greater love, greater strength, and greater spiritual awakening. Welcome these lessons as sacred guides rather than adversaries. Always remember, you have never walked alone. Every breath is taken in communion with all of life. Your existence echoes through the universal heart, your every heartbeat synchronized with the eternal rhythm of creation. Your soul is timeless. It dances freely between realms of existence, gathering wisdom and love along the way. Let this timelessness comfort and inspire you. You are infinite. You are eternal. Rest assured, the universe has called you here, to this exact moment, to this precise place, to awaken fully to your divine potential. It beckons you gently, whispering into your soul, you are ready, you are needed, you are loved beyond measure. Embrace this calling now. Release hesitation and step confidently into the truth of who you really are. Your life is not accidental. It is an exquisite, purposeful expression of divine love. Yes, dear one, you are here by divine appointment. The universe itself has summoned you, and your presence is the sacred answer. And so now, let your heart be as open as the vastness of the sky, unbounded, clear, and endlessly receptive to the gentle currents of universal guidance. Feel deeply that everything unfolding around you is inviting you to witness the sacred within the ordinary, the profound within the simple, and the eternal within each fleeting moment. Let this awareness wash over you like a soft cleansing rain, renewing your spirit and dissolving away illusions of separation. Imagine, if you will, a vast ocean that stretches infinitely toward every horizon. Each wave that rises and falls upon its surface appears separate, unique, individual, yet beneath that surface, each wave remains forever unified in the great, boundless sea. This ocean is your essence, and every wave, every ripple, every gentle movement is a reflection of your eternal connection to the whole of existence. No wave exists independently. No drop of water is ever truly apart from its source. You are not simply on the ocean, you are the ocean itself, breathing, moving, experiencing itself in infinite expressions. In moments of doubt or confusion, pause gently and return to the stillness that rests beneath the waves of thought and emotion. In the sacred silence of your soul, clarity will arise as naturally as morning sunlight illuminating the path you must walk with serene certainty. Trust deeply in this quiet wisdom, for it is the language of the universe whispering to you directly, guiding you effortlessly toward fulfillment, peace, and true purpose. See clearly that all burdens you carry, all past wounds you hold on to, and all fears about an uncertain future are merely shadows cast by clouds passing momentarily before your inner Sunday. Clouds may dim your vision briefly, but they cannot alter the brilliant light within you. Allow them simply to pass without judgment or attachment. Let your inner radiance shine unimpeded, for in its illumination, the world becomes an endless field of miraculous possibilities, a space of boundless love and profound transformation. Each relationship, each encounter becomes sacred ground when viewed through the eyes of unconditional love. When you recognize the divine essence in others, when you truly see them not as separate beings but as reflections of your very self, miracles occur. Love transforms all it touches. It heals wounds that seem permanent, dissolves barriers that seemed insurmountable, and lifts hearts that seemed irrevocably weighed down. Be an instrument of love's gentle yet powerful force, and watch as your own life becomes an effortless flow of grace. Your purpose here is not to strive tirelessly, but to awaken gracefully, allowing your inherent divinity to flow naturally through your being and into the world. Your life's greatest achievements will emerge not from pushing or forcing outcomes, but from aligning effortlessly with the intelligence that orchestrates the blooming of every flower, the turning of every season, and the breathing of every living creature. Awaken fully now. For this awakening is why you are here. It is the essence of your calling. You have been summoned lovingly, intentionally to remember that your true nature is infinite and divine. Live from this remembrance. Love from this truth. Move forward in this awareness and watch your life blossom into the beautiful masterpiece it was always destined to become. As you walk forward into this ever-expanding realization, know that each step is guided, each breath supported, each moment an integral note in the eternal symphony of universal harmony. Listen deeply, love fully, and trust completely. You are not merely observing the universe unfold. You are its co-creator, intimately and forever connected to the sacred dance of all existence. Continuing gently on this path of awakening, feel the depth of your inner landscape opening before you, vast and fertile, rich with potential waiting patiently beneath the surface. Within this sacred terrain resides the ancient wisdom that life itself has meticulously planted within you, seeds of truth quietly awaiting your nurturing awareness. You are the gardener, beloved soul. Your consciousness is the sunlight, your intentions the gentle rain. Tend your inner world with love, patience, and mindfulness, and you will witness an abundant harvest of joy, clarity, and peace. Know that healing is not merely the absence of pain, but the presence of boundless compassion, understanding, and acceptance. It emerges when you invite your shadows into the gentle illumination of your soul's infinite love. Every experience, every emotion, every scar within your being is precious, not because of the pain it once caused, but because of the growth, strength, and compassion it cultivated within you. Honor these inner wounds. Let them guide you toward deeper empathy, profound forgiveness, and a tenderness that heals everything it touches. Gently release your grip upon the illusion of control, dear friend. For true liberation arrives when you surrender your heart into the infinite embrace of divine trust. Life is not something you must dominate or overcome, but rather a sacred dance to be cherished and experienced fully. Allow your being to move gracefully with the rhythms of existence, trusting implicitly in the unfolding of your unique journey. Trust that every step, every detour, and every perceived setback carries a deeper purpose and profound meaning beyond your current perception. Recognize that within every ending resides a new beginning, waiting quietly in the wings of your awareness. The cycle of renewal and rebirth is the heartbeat of existence itself. Let go of any fears that cling to old forms, for as one chapter closes, another opens with breathtaking possibilities. Embrace this flow courageously, knowing deeply that the universe continuously breathes new life into every moment, into every breath you take. And as you expand your awareness further, observe how each person who enters your life offers a sacred reflection, a glimpse into both your strengths and vulnerabilities, your fears and your immense capacities for love. They mirror back to you parts of yourself that seek integration, acceptance, and transformation. Welcome these souls as profound teachers, each bearing gifts of wisdom that deepen your self-awareness and broaden your compassion. In truth, there are no strangers in your experience, only fellow travelers accompanying you on your soul's journey homeward. Together you create a tapestry of interconnectedness that is vibrant, magnificent, and enduring. Every thread matters, every encounter has purpose, and every soul you touch leaves a permanent imprint upon the fabric of your heart. Now let gratitude arise spontaneously within you, gratitude for every breath, every sunrise, every smile, and even every tear. Gratitude, dear one, is the fertile soil in which joy blossoms effortlessly. Allow it to overflow your being, for gratitude opens the floodgates of abundance, aligning your soul harmoniously with the generous, loving nature of the universe. Feel deeply that your journey, this beautiful unfolding of your life, is the universe itself expressing its divine creativity through you. Each heartbeat, each thought, each act of kindness is the universe discovering itself anew through your unique perspective. Your existence enriches the tapestry of life in ways beyond comprehension. So, live your life fully awake, fully present, fully aware of the sacredness that dwells within and around you. Recognize your interconnectedness with all of creation. Embrace this truth joyfully, tenderly, and passionately. Walk forward from here with an open heart, a peaceful mind, and an awakened soul, for this is precisely why the universe called you to become fully, radiantly, and profoundly yourself. Feel the sacred whisper within, urging you gently toward an ever deeper understanding of your divine essence. This inner voice is not merely intuition, it is your timeless companion, your eternal friend who journeys with you beyond the bounds of physical existence, forever guiding you toward profound truth and boundless peace. It is the call of your highest self, pure, wise, and unconditional in its love for you. In moments of quiet stillness, you begin to recognize your true power, not the power of domination, but the gentle, transformative power that arises from authentic presence and genuine kindness. In your willingness to be present, to truly see and honor the beauty in every unfolding moment, you transcend the illusion of separateness, discovering the unifying thread that connects all beings and all experiences. Notice the subtle miracles that dance effortlessly through your daily existence. The sun that lovingly kisses your face, the breeze that tenderly whispers in your ear, the laughter of a child echoing in your heart. These are not random occurrences, but divine reminders, subtle, powerful invitations to awaken more deeply to the exquisite magic that permeates your everyday life. Embrace this awareness with gratitude and allow it to ignite within you a profound appreciation for each precious fleeting moment. Let compassion flow freely, first inward toward yourself and then outward toward the world. Recognize compassion as your natural state, a state of grace that dissolves judgments, heals hearts, and transcends misunderstanding. Compassion softens your vision, allowing you to perceive beauty even in moments of struggle and challenge, revealing deeper layers of meaning that were hidden behind the surface. Through compassion, you become a channel for healing, an embodiment of love's highest purpose. Each breath you take is a sacred act, an affirmation of your willingness to embrace life fully, deeply, and consciously. Allow each breath to anchor you in the present, the sacred space where all growth occurs and where true transformation is born. The present moment, radiant and alive, is always offering you the wisdom, peace, and clarity you seek. As you continue to walk this path of awakening, become aware of the profound peace within you, unshaken by the external chaos of life's shifting tides. This inner peace is your sanctuary, your refuge, your true home. Whenever life feels overwhelming or uncertain, return to this inner sanctuary and rest within its tranquil embrace. Allow peace to permeate your being, to soothe your soul, and to restore your clarity of vision. Let joy become your natural expression, an effortless reflection of the gratitude and awareness now blossoming within your heart. Joy is not dependent upon circumstance. It emerges naturally from your recognition of life's intrinsic beauty, a recognition anchored deeply in your divine nature. Allow joy to infuse your daily experiences, to color your interactions, and to elevate your spirit in even the simplest of tasks. You are here, dear soul, to be a luminous beacon radiating love, wisdom, and joy. The universe has entrusted you with this precious life because it knows the profound impact your existence can have. Shine your light brightly, unapologetically, and fearlessly. In illuminating your own path, you illuminate the path for countless others who are waiting patiently for your example, your courage, your authenticity. Let this truth deeply resonate within you. Your life matters. Your presence is essential. Your journey is sacred. Your voice, your dreams, your love, all are integral to the great cosmic unfolding. Each step forward is a blessing to this world, a divine affirmation of your purpose and your significance. Move forward now with courage and grace, knowing that your soul is infinitely supported and deeply loved. Trust that your every step is guided, that your every breath is blessed. Your journey is not accidental, it is divinely inspired, powerfully purposeful, and beautifully orchestrated by the same loving intelligence that sustains all creation. Live fully from this awareness, beloved one, and you will find that every moment, every experience, every heartbeat becomes a sacred affirmation of your deepest truth that you are here, not by accident, but by divine calling. Let your soul breathe deeply now, breathing in the timeless truth that every step you take upon this earth is guided by a higher intelligence, an unseen force that tenderly holds your hand and gently whispers directions through the subtle intuition of your heart. You are, in every possible way, accompanied by the loving presence of the universe, a presence as constant and infinite as the stars that illuminate the darkness of night. Trust this presence implicitly, for it guides you, protects you, and carries you forward when you feel most uncertain. Feel within your core a warmth, a tenderness emerging like the first rays of dawn. This warmth is your true nature, your innate kindness and compassion that softly melts barriers, dissolves resistance, and transforms every encounter into a sacred exchange of love. You are here not merely to exist, but to express, to create, to embody love in its most expansive form. Your life is a vessel, waiting patiently to overflow with the richness of your authentic self. Consider now, dear one, how often your most profound moments of awakening have arisen not in isolation, but in relationship with others. Every interaction you share carries within it the potential for a sacred awakening, for each soul you encounter holds the keys to aspects of your own being, mirrored back gently yet powerfully. Let these interactions awaken deeper insights, broader perspectives, and a more profound sense of your interconnectedness with all that island. As you continue along this sacred path, remember that simplicity is the gateway to wisdom. Complexity often distracts us, drawing us away from the clear, pure truth that resides within the gentle quietude of our hearts. Embrace simplicity, dear friend. Find your grounding in the natural rhythms of life, in the soft glow of morning, the quiet hush of twilight, the ebb and flow of tides. Here, in simplicity, your spirit flourishes, your heart opens, and your mind becomes clear and luminous. Know also that your life is an offering. Your presence on earth is a gift you present to the world, your unique talents, dreams, perspectives, and experiences. Offer them generously, for in giving freely of yourself, you align perfectly with the abundant nature of the universe itself. True abundance arises not from grasping or accumulation, but from generosity, openness, and the willingness to share your true essence with all who cross your path. Release now all lingering beliefs that you must somehow prove your worth or earn your place in this beautiful cosmic dance. You have nothing to prove, nothing to justify, nothing to earn. You are already whole, already worthy, already deserving of the infinite blessings life longs to bestow upon you. Your only task is to awaken fully to this truth, to receive life's gifts openly and gratefully, and to allow your radiant authenticity to illuminate your path. Listen deeply within, dear soul. Hear clearly the gentle melody of your true calling, a song uniquely yours, written within your heart since the dawn of existence. This calling is not burdensome nor complicated. Rather, it is joyful, clear, and resonant with purpose. Follow this melody with trust, and you will find that doors effortlessly open, pathways emerge, and divine assistance manifests precisely when needed. Let your soul rise freely, unencumbered by fear or doubt, ascending toward ever-expanding heights of awareness, understanding, and love. Ascend with grace and courage, knowing profoundly that your spiritual growth is limitless, bound only by the beliefs you choose to hold. Choose expansive beliefs, beliefs rooted in love, interconnectedness, and infinite potential, and watch as your reality expands beautifully to reflect these truths. Allow this sacred awareness to permeate every aspect of your life. Move gently, thoughtfully, purposefully through your days, honoring each interaction as a holy encounter, every experience as a sacred teacher. In doing so, you transform ordinary moments into extraordinary awakenings, everyday experiences into profound revelations. And as your consciousness expands, as your heart deepens, know that your very existence ripples outward, touching countless lives, bringing healing, joy, and peace to places and people you may never physically encounter. Your presence has profound meaning, deep significance, and transformative power far beyond your immediate perception. Embrace now fully the divine invitation before you, the invitation to live consciously, love fiercely, trust profoundly, and shine brilliantly. You are, without question, a luminous expression of divine intelligence, a vital thread woven intricately into the universal tapestry. You are not accidental. You are intentional. You are necessary. You are loved. Now, beloved soul, gently settle into the embrace of the timeless awareness that has journeyed with you since the first heartbeat, the first breath, the first spark of consciousness within the womb of eternity. Let yourself rest now within this knowing, held tenderly in the gentle hands of infinite love that have shaped every moment of your existence. Reflect quietly on how far you have traveled. Look lovingly upon your journey, with its winding paths and unexpected detours, its moments of darkness and brilliant illumination. Recognize that every experience, every step, every breath you have taken has been divinely orchestrated, guiding you gently and firmly toward this very moment of awakening. Honor this truth with profound gratitude, for gratitude itself transforms each experience into sacred wisdom. Feel the peace within you, deepening, expanding, filling every cell and every corner of your being. Allow this peace to anchor you firmly in the present, in this eternal now, the only place where your true essence resides. Let it soften any lingering resistance, dissolve any remaining doubts, and heal any wounds that may still echo within you. This peace, born of your sacred realization, is your sanctuary, your refuge, your eternal home. Know profoundly that your journey forward is beautifully illuminated by the light of your own awakened heart. Move ahead with serenity and courage, trusting deeply that every step will reveal the path ahead precisely when you need it. You need not see the entire journey clearly, for your soul knows the way, guided always by the divine intelligence within and around you. Step now into the fullness of your authentic self, radiant and free, guided by love and sustained by grace. Embrace your life completely, surrendering joyfully to its divine rhythm. Know in your heart that every moment is a sacred invitation to embody compassion, wisdom, and unconditional love. Answer this call with courage and gentleness, for in doing so, you fulfill your highest purpose, the profound realization of who you truly are. You are here by divine calling, beloved one. The universe chose you, summoned you, celebrated your arrival, and continues to rejoice at your awakening. Your existence is the sacred answer to a divine question asked long before you arrived. Who will carry this light, this love, this profound understanding into the world? You are the universe's gentle yet powerful response. And as you now fully embrace this truth, allow your heart to overflow with love, gratitude, and wonder. Allow yourself to be a living expression of divine grace and infinite possibility. Trust completely that from this moment onward, you are guided, you are supported, and you are deeply, endlessly loved. Your awakening has arrived. Embrace it fully. Step forward now into the magnificent truth of your divine purpose, knowing deeply and forever. You are not here by accident. The universe called you. And now, beloved soul, your heart has finally answered.